Thank you. We would now proceed to item 3B on our agenda, entitled Strategic Global Dialogue. This segment of the dialogue is envisaged to generate a more focused discussion on the future direction of the SIDS partnership framework in a post-COVID-19 world. Issues such as the nature and type of partnerships, registration, global outreach, regional engagement, national incentives and SMART criteria, and views on topics like partnerships and ODA could be discussed. As the incoming co-chairs, both Ambassador Fraser and I will be listening carefully to the discussion today. We will listen to hear your views and, if any, your recommendations for us to guide us in going forward. I want presentations by the panelists. I am going to suggest, in the time that we have, that we cut down, instead of having 7 minutes of presentations, that we shorten these presentations to about 5 minutes. I'm going to go straight to the panelists and ask Ms. Gabriella Cassola to take the floor, please. Gabriella, you have the floor.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, Leila Taiba from Valletta, Malta. In a second, I will be sharing my screen to share the presentation, but I will do my best to stay within the 5-minute time window. So I will attempt to walk you through some of the work that has been carried out by the Small State Center of Excellence, and to reflect a bit on the partnerships also and the lessons that we learned from implementing partnerships. Our areas of focus are primarily 3. We work on identifying and sourcing knowledge dissemination. Very often the requests for more knowledge and more skills come directly from the small island developing states, most notably. And obviously, we, being a center which is an endeavor by a small state for small states, we work with a plethora of international actors, such as Commonwealth Secretariat, plenty of Commonwealth entities, universities, institutes, and also UN agencies. We also, our primary drive is to work on the human and institutional capacity, and we really try to endeavor to beef up the capacity within small states in order to reach SDGs, Samoa Pathway, objectives, etc. We are also very proud to be a voice for small states. We have done this through a good number of initiatives, such as debates, discussions, international conferences. These are some of the topics that we've dealt with over the past 3 years. Anything between implementation, climate finance, oceanography, diplomatic negotiations, etc., etc. The teams of our initiatives have always shared a common baseline that they target specifically SIDS and vulnerable communities. In fact, most of our work has been aligned along SDGs 13, 14, and 17. However, the big elephant in the room, COVID-19, has made us reassess and re-examine our reality, our needs, but also our challenges. It has made us at the center re-examine our future offerings. Clearly, connectivity is a big issue, and that is definitely one of the ways that we can move forward. Everyone has been reiterating all evening the disruption brought about by the global pandemic, and the dimensions of it, I think we are still coming to terms with it. For this reason, we are rethinking on how to best serve small states by tailoring and specializing further our capacity building. Thanks to the ongoing collaboration with the Ministry for Foreign Affairs of Malta and the fellow co-chair Antigua and Barbuda, we have been entrusted with assisting operationally the co-chairs throughout the 2-year tenure. In a short period of time, we have learned some lessons, such as that communication is key. Definitely, we have also learned that an integrated approach, a whole of system of society approach, as was mentioned by one of the previous speakers, is extremely important in implementing partnerships. Even the diversity in partnerships, having government, having civil society organizations, having academia, and having actors from the public sector is extremely important in carrying out value-added partnerships. Clearly, simplified, once we are talking also about projects, particularly simplified reporting, perhaps mechanisms, would also be a very good initiative, are also very important considerations to take into account. Definitely, we truly commend initiatives like the SMART criteria that have been drawn up, and they are definitely a good step in the right direction. And in this sense, together with our fellow co-chairs, we look forward to furthering the work undertaken by the previous co-chairs, Ireland and Belize. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our next steps need to be thought out well, clearly. We are socially distanced, we are wearing masks in most countries, but definitely there is one commonality: technology and innovation. And we really believe that these can be our great enablers in such difficult times. As a center, we are here to listen to your needs and ideas. We are also here to analyze how best to address these concerns, as well as applying the partnership methodology to designate and carve out partnerships for better collaboration. As the saying goes, no man is an island. Now, more than ever. Together with the co-chairs, we would like to mention our forthcoming events, to which we respectfully extend our invitation to you all to participate in. We will be discussing at the end of July, in a couple of weeks' time, we will be discussing health and the effect that it has had on preparedness, on the countries, etc. We will also be following that up with another from our webinar series at the beginning of September on tourism and resilience in Fawcett particularly. We look forward to engaging with you, perhaps even during our virtual events. Thank you for your attention.